Hello and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I will be doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Sagittarius for the month of December 2024. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. In the past position, we have the Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Three of Pentacles. In the obstacle position, we have the Four of Swords, clarified by the Four of Wands. In the present position, we have the Ten of Pentacles, clarified by the Lovers. Woohoo! Wonderful card. The Lovers is a really good positive card. And to round it all off, December, the month of December, we've got the Five of Pentacles, clarified by the Three of Wands in the future outcome position. So let's get right into this spread. Let's see what it is all about. In the past position, you were definitely working your butt off, Sagittarius, because you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a good positive card showing that you've worked a lot and you've put in a lot of energy and you've put in a lot of time. But there's still part of you that is a little bit dissatisfied. Like the plans that you have for the future, the dreams that you want to achieve, you believe require more resources. So you're sort of looking at everything you've were able to build up to this point and sort of taking a little reward for yourself, because we see this pentacle here that this person set aside for themselves to, you know, enjoy, to spend, to invest, to do something that brings you a little bit of relief and encouragement as well. Yeah, you do feel, still feel like there is lots to do and lots to accomplish, even though you have already, Sagittarius, persevered so strongly and so much. You've really been, you know, very committed to the task at hand. You are an example to other zodiac signs for sure, because of your diligence, because of your commitment. You've been financially responsible, you know, you've had a lot of progress, and still, interestingly enough, you feel like you're not moving as fast as you would like to move forward towards your goals and towards your dream. You predominantly are concerned about your plans for the future. You want to make sure that your retirement is all provided for, and it is. It really, really is. It's important to remember that when you feel like you haven't, you know, reached the goals that you have set for yourself, remember, you know, we're switching to a world where we're going to be leading with heart, leading with love. And heart is not necessarily about the money. Love is not necessarily about the money. You know, whatever you need, God will provide. So it's important to remember it's not just about the physical. Oh, look at my house, look at my car, look at my clothes. It's not just about the outside. It's also about the spiritual. And the money, especially the more you have, sometimes can interfere with that. So you want to make sure that you remember to, if you feel like you don't, you know, you're not progressing as far, start giving some of that money away, and you'll be amazed how much of it returns to you. That's the thing. The moment you start feeling lack is the moment you got to be aware enough to clock that feeling and to start giving resources away. It does look like you have support because you've got the Three of Pentacles in the clarifying position, you know, which is going to help you earn even more, because, you know, there's support. There's people that are working collaboratively with you in order to create more success and more abundance. You're building something very important, and you are also going to receive abundance, maybe in a form of a higher position, maybe in a form of a more of a leadership position, but some kind of abundance is moving towards you as you progress through the month of December. Now, in the obstacle position, you clearly have the Four of Swords with the Four of Wands, so that tells me something like at home isn't sitting well with you. It's not necessarily anything too terrible, because neither of these cards are that bad, the Four of Swords or the Four of Wands, but it is kind of bringing your attention that maybe you've been distracted by your own personal achievements and progress, that your family feels a little bit neglected. Now remember that family doesn't necessarily have to be your blood family. It can be the family that you've created for yourself, friends that feel like family, that love you and support you. And so there is kind of feeling guilty on your part a little bit that you haven't really kind of brought your energy into your family, meaning you haven't really contributed your energy as much as you would like to, probably due to having a very busy schedule. So it's just something to be aware of. And as a result, you may feel like there's a little bit of stress, there's a little bit of disagreements, especially with the Four of Wands here in the clarifying position. It's very unstable energy, both of these cards. And so, there's lack of peace that's coming in through this vibration, some kind of disagreement or conflict about something in your circle of friends or family. And all of that can be easily resolved by really listening more and observing more and not necessarily speaking too much. We always want our voice to be heard, our opinions to be heard, but sometimes the thing to do is just to listen and to hold space for a person you disagree with, and to just let them vent their emotions, because the more they do, the more that energy leaves their body, they feel relief, and then they get filled with more validation and more understanding and kind of supportive energy. So it's important to sometimes to just kind of hold space, and that helps avoid the conflict deepening, if you will. Now, in the present position, you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a really, really good card, because your abundance is growing. You went from the Seven of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, which is really, really good on your part. There's stability coming in, and we're talking about the stability that you feel on a biological level. We're not talking about necessarily zeros in your bank account, meaning, oh look, I have so much money because my family was wise in investing or not selling something, and therefore I receive this inheritance that's giving me more abundance. That's it's not necessarily about that, as it is more on a deep DNA level. You're feeling stable, and that is key. Your DNA is linking up. It's coming back online more and more. It is creating more of stability in your thought patterns and in your energy waves, which are very much your emotions. And so as a result of that, you are kind of seeing things with more clarity rather than fear, resentment, hatred, or any of that. You're coming back online on such a deep level that it's kind of getting you out of this, restless energy in which you've been finding yourself. And with the Lovers, there may be a new partnership coming in with a family member or with a friend, like a transformational aspect of a relationship is happening where you feel like, this person you vibe with and you relate with, and it's a whole new level of partnership. It's not just, the partnership that you've seen in movies or books or have experienced previously. It is something more like on a soul level, on a much more deeper level. You're also becoming more connected on the inside. That's what the Lovers is all about. It's connecting the feminine and the masculine, where they are harmonizing rather than being at odds with one another. So the duality is merging into one clarity. It's kind of like a merging of things that is happening, rather than lack of, rather than like this like actual duality, right? It's like becoming singularity, if you will, on the inside of you. So you're going through a very deep, very significant, the most significant transformational period of your life, where it's just going to be so freaking amazing. You're not going to know what to do with yourself. And you know, the reason I'm so calm about it is because it's been a long time coming. You've put in a ridiculous amount of work, and so it's due for you. The most important thing is to remain grounded. We're entering the most volatile period of the transformation. So as people upgrade, as more light enters people's body, the body is going to have a reaction. As the consciousness expands, right? If your cup was this big and now it's this big, the cup is able to hold more. You know, you have to get used to that, right? It doesn't happen simultaneously. A body is a very complicated thing, and so is the spiritual body, is also a very complicated thing. So as those things are transforming, the view on the world in general is changing. The vibration is higher. The Christ grid around planet Earth is vibrating very powerfully. Jesus Christ created this Christ grid, which is basically a grid of forgiveness. And a lot of people go up there and hang out and, you know, experience that with many other people. But the Christ grid is sort of like this protective layer around planet Earth. And so some nodes on that Christ grid, you know, are far more online than others, and therefore they can have a very strong impact. If you have any more questions about that, let me know and I'll explain more. But yeah, it's a highly transformational period. And so again, the biggest thing to do is the moment you notice a negative emotion, you gotta take care and handle it. You can't have it sit in your body because it blocks the chakras, it blocks your energetic spine. So you gotta make sure to work with every single emotion. Your natural emotion is love, it's joy, it's celebration. The moment you don't feel love or joy or celebration, you know, there's foreign energy. So you got to ground yourself, you got to meditate, you got to do something to get back to the natural state, because that natural state will help you expand more, process more, live more life. That way at the end you get to really have an incredible karma, and that way at the end you really get to move onto the next step of this journey, of this spiritual journey, and really appreciate how much kind of awakening you've accomplished. Now, in the future outcome position, it looks like a challenging card, the Five of Pentacles, right? Because, you know, the Five of Pentacles is generally regarded as this negative, destitute, poverty, cold, being out in the cold, no support type of card. This is the card that is appearing in the spread, Sagittarius, because you are actually working on helping others. And so this card can sometimes pop out when you are putting in a good amount of effort and energy into nonprofits or volunteering or charity. And it's the time of year future, where a lot of that happens. So you may find yourself, like I just had an image of from Home Alone, you know, the kid running, Kevin, the kid running towards the church. And, you know, Kevin has a house, parents, he's got plenty of abundance, but he's running towards the church to, you know, feel more closer to the source. And I think that's why you're going to be doing quite a lot of that, you know, selfless acts, selfless giving of time, selfless giving of energy, in resources, to something that you, to a cause that you believe in, right? And that's going to really light up your soul so much more. With the Three of Wands, it tells me that you may be sending money overseas, that you may be sharing some of the abundance that you've been receiving as a result of your hard work. And remember, when you give away money, it comes back to you tenfold. Be aware of greed, be aware of the mentality of lack. You want to stay away from that. Let's see what we can clarify here with the tea leaf cards, Sagittarius. I am shuffling the cards behind the camera so they don't all fly out. Okay, let's see what we've got. We have Shield. You need to defend yourself. We also have Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Yeah, you're very much protected. I see someone walking with you. Like wherever you go, I see there's a being that walks with you and protects you. You are very much protected, and you are absolutely never alone. You're a very strong person. And the last card we have is Diamond. You will be receiving or giving a precious gift. It's always better to give than to receive, just because, you know, when you give, you also receive. But yeah, with the Shield, you do want to stand by your opinions and thoughts and rationale, and make sure that you don't get sort of rolled over. You know, you have a very strong mind, and so you have to kind of make sure that your voice is heard, and that you're not just overridden because of some man-made rule or some outdated tradition or some somebody's flawed judgment, if you will. The Shaman's Dream Oracle card, we have Whale Song resonating. Yeah, whales are very, very powerful. And so something in your life is vibrating very, very high. And as a result, there is a pretty big resonance. Whales are powerful animals, majestic animals, that kind of help the oceans, you know, stay in tune with the soul of the ocean. So yeah, nature is hearing you. Something in nature is resonating with what you're doing. The Angel and Ancestor card, we have Animal Guardian, trust your instincts. Absolutely. As we finish out 2024, the year of the dragon, and we're going into the turbulent period until May of next year, there will be a lot of times when you are going to have to channel the animals, right? And shapeshift, because in this card we have several animals. We've got a panther, we've got a raven, we've got an owl, we also have this Bambi little deer. All these animals represent your spirit. And you will need all of them in the coming months. Let's see what I can clarify with an angel oracle card as well. And we've got perfect timing. Timing is on your side. Something is aligning just right where a lock will be opened. And once that lock is going to be opened, there will be no going back. And so sometime in December, you'll feel that timeline shift. Sometime in December, you'll dream where you're opening a door. Sometime in December, you will get like some sort of weird behavior from a bird that's going to be a sign for you of something being unlocked. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Sagittarius. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I will see you in the next one.
I don't wanna know what they say about me.